during every signing of the player, there are a couple of steps included. First one is analysis, preparation during the whole year, getting in the scouting, getting to know the players, getting their backgrounds, and then making decision according to your needs. And on every of these sides, you need to be a little bit lucky. I can say that yes, we did all the previous steps. We exactly signed the players that I want for our style of the game, but also we were lucky because we were signing players at the end, later than anybody else, and we were really lucky to sign the players that function really well together. The key fact, the key word is the team, because I don't think so that individually we have the best players, but I think so that our players function as a team, function as a one, better than any other team in the Poland or better than most of the teams in the VTB. I think so that spending less money put you in disadvantage at the beginning. Obviously, I would like to coach the team that is capable from the day one, go for the title, and from the day one spend more money than anybody else, because with that margin of mistake is much less. My goal as a coach when I take a team is the first one, complying with the objective of the team, and the second one, I always try to take players that after when they leave the team, their value on the market is better. Is meaning also that they improve as players. I don't think so that we have a season where we could work a lot because of the 2 leagues, because of the traveling. It was really a crazy schedule. So I don't think so that it was because extra work. Yes, we did work, individual work with some of the players, but I think so it's mostly because we find a way to put the right players at the right spot where they can feel most comfortable and where they can show all their talent. Well, first of all is the players. So the profile of the players that we signed, that they were younger, less experienced, but physically at the peak of their career, is less injury proof. The second thing is our medical and the strength conditioning staff. They did such a good job in the crazy schedule that we play, preventing this injury. They really did good job. Our medical and our strength and conditioning team. Prevention of the injuries on the daily basis was a big part. The third thing is a large roster and divided the minutes in between all the players. So all these factors, and the one above all of them, and that's being lucky, because sometimes you do all the stuff that you need and players still get injured. So all this stuff together we have a really season above the average as far as injuries. Well, I think so that since I worked last time in the Sopot and this year in Stelmetu, Enei, couple of things change. I think so the budgets, the teams, the money that they are spending overall is bigger. I think so that Polish basketball overall, including national team, including organization of the PLK, got better. I also think so that the quality of the players that in average teams are bringing also did improve. Also changed the rule of the Polish players, and that changing the rules of the Polish players give more equality during the season, that any team can beat any other team. But there is one thing that I think so got worse, and I really don't know what is the reason for that. I think so the tactical and technical kind of the basketball that is played right now in the PLK, in the Polish league, is the worst there was at the time when I was coaching soccer. Well, I feel proud of the work that we done, but I mostly want to give a thanks, first of all, to all the fans, second of all, to all organization, to the player, to staff, to everybody to contribute to that, because I will not be able to be successful as a coach if all the steps that I said above, if they didn't work. I truly believe that what fans see on the court is only final of the product. But I think so that every little piece in the big machine, in the big organization machine is important. From the people who are taking care of the gym, the people who are working in the office, the players, the coaches, the fans, everybody are important for the success of the team. Zizo is definitely the player who most consistently dominated the PLK competition during the year, and he definitely deserved it. And Marcel is not only in the Polish league, but one of the best overall defenders that I know, including the basketball on the higher level than PLK or VTB. I'm glad for them. I'm glad that both of them improve and their value after this season is a greater. It's the same thing like I say about me as a coach. Yes, they got their individual award, but this award is a product of the work of the whole organization, especially is a product of the work of the rest of their teammates. They will not be able to achieve their individuals high goals like they did it if they didn't have a support and sacrifice from all their teammates during every game. Well, it was a tough journey. It was definitely difficult, especially because we are one of the lowest budget in the VTB, and the second was because the schedule in between two leagues and the way we travel, it's really crazy. I never experienced something like that in my career. I can say that something similar was at the time when I was playing as a player in NBA. It's a definitely great result, considering that the VTB, for me personally, after ACB, is the second strongest competition in the, the second stronger national competition in the Europe. Is a league where I play a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches. Traveling is really difficult, so getting the sixth spot is a really important result. It's really difficult to compare team from the Poland, from team from the Spain, from team to the Israel or any other team. I think so that you can compare the teams inside of the same organization, inside of the same league. Stelmetu is definitely one of the teams that marked the difference in the last 10 years in the Polish basketball. Right now, Stelmetu is in transition period of their history, when they are trying to adjust for the new rules for the Polish players, and when also they are trying to stabilize their situation as far as economically. I think so. When this period is behind us, Stelmetu again can be a team that not only sporadically but constantly for the longer period of time can dominate the Polish basketball if it's handled well. For me, there is not one moment, but for me there is a lot of moments when our players, the team surprised me. Basically, there was a lot of moments when we were really difficult situation after really long traveling, after we so many players injured or not be able to play 100%, where we still came out, where we still competed, and we still in the dead condition won some really important games against some really strong rivals. Well, during this year, especially during the pre-season, when we were spending all the time in Zielona Góra, I had the time to know Zielona Góra better. I think so. Zielona Góra is a perfect place to raise the family. It's a small town. It's a clean town. It's a town with a lot of green, a lot of outdoors possibilities. And I think so. If you are young couple, young family, it's a perfect place to be to raise the family. Uh, I think so. When we were talking about signing the new players or signing players during the season, I always say the one thing: I'm the coach, and on the end, yes, I do make final decision about the players, but preparation, analysis, and looking for the player supposed to be done during the whole years, and supposed to be always done with the one step ahead of the problems that we have. Yes, we are looking right now for the signing the players. I don't think so that we are the team that can sign the players right now if it's not some extraordinary occasion. We need to analyze the player, collect information, and make a decision when opportunity comes, because we cannot get out on the market and sign the players competing with the other team that have a bigger budget. As far as our last year team, obviously I would like to renew and resign all the players that we have, because it's definitely a combination that is working, and I would like to work all of them. But like we said, one of my goals as a coach, and why the players want to come to Zielona Góra, it's first of all, because they are playing for the good team. Second of all, because they are playing, most of these players, they have opportunity to play in VTB, and the VTB is one of the toughest European competition. And the third thing, it's proven this year that their value is better. So it's meaning that for them market is easier, and this is what happened to most of our players. They got a good season, their value is better, and most of them is going to be really, really difficult to keep.